let's try it.
Okay.
You ready?
There you go.
That's childhood. That's my childhood right there. That's like summers, like August or something before we went back to school. And then for Thanksgiving, it has the taste of like, how do you explain that? I am so excited to be canning alongside my mom today. It has been so long since we got to can together, and both of us haven't canned in a long time as well. I had to go to my local farmer's market to pick up some tomatoes since my garden didn't go quite as well as I had hoped. In these bags are my tomatoes from my garden and a few from my dad's garden. So I froze them as they came. I just washed them, cored them, and split them. Let's hope it works to process them today. Got our tomatoes, we got our sugar, we got Mom's old recipe, and this is the book I had. We're filling the water. That's what you hear in the background. But this is your old canning book, Mom.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I bet you it is, and I forgot about it.
Yep. We had to even buy some new jars because we had given away all of our jars or sold them through the years. I also picked up some sure-Jell, and so that will be fun to work with again. I also had to go buy some new tools because I think I sold mine at a garage sale years ago. This one is kind of a jar picker-upper. This is a magnet, which is so helpful for those lids to get them up and on the jars without touching them. And then, of course, you need a funnel to get it all into the jar without it all down the sides. Now what we are doing is peeling the tomatoes. And so the technique we use is you scald them with hot water and then you put them in a bath of ice water. This expands and contracts whatever the skin, and then the skin can easily be removed. We perfected this as we went through the day, and we got a little bit better at it than we are here. Then we chopped our tomatoes and had that all ready to boil down. So that's what we're doing here. So here we are boiling the jars to get them sterile to be filled. Now they say you don't have to do this step anymore, that just running them through the dishwasher is fine. My dishwasher happened to be full at the time, and also my mom is a retired RN nurse and insisted that we do a full 10-minute boil, and I think that's a good idea as well. And now we take our tomatoes and we're going to place them in a large pot. We haven't measured them at this point. We are just boiling them to get our tomato base. So we will simmer them for 10 minutes before measuring them off to go into the next pot. Then you want to measure out 3 cups of prepared tomatoes. and then put them in another pan where you will add the rest of the ingredients. You're going to add 1/4 cup of lemon juice, not shown here, and then 1½ teaspoons of grated lemon rind, and 1/2 teaspoon each of allspice, and then of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Then you are going to add your sure-Jell packet and get that all mixed in. Here my mom is doing that. And then you'll bring that back to a boil. Stirring constantly, bring it to a full rolling boil, and then you can add your sugar. 4½ cups or 2 pounds of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, but it is jam, so it does take a lot of sugar.
Wait till it gets to a boil, right, before you add it.
Yeah. Stirring constantly, bring it back to a full rolling boil. Once you have a full rolling boil that doesn't diminish when you stir it, then set the timer for 1 minute, and you will let it fully boil for 1 solid minute. Then turn off your fire and you are done with your jam. Now it's time to skim off any foam on the top. Now that's what the recipe tells you to do, and I did do that in the first batch. However, the second batch and on, I forgot to, and I don't think it made the bit of difference. So you can choose to skim the foam or not to skim the foam. It's your choice. Just get me going into the jar over here.
Here they go into the jar.
Yep, you want to show that jar, it's like not all the way to the top. I think I got to go maybe a little bit more. Isn't it like a 1/4 inch from the top?
I don't remember. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, maybe just a little more in that one. How many jars do you think this makes? I can't remember.
I don't know. It was supposed to make 6.
Uh-oh.
Not quite 6.
We may have gone wrong somewhere.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Uh-oh.
I went a little too... That's a little too full. I'll have to... Okay, this one's done. Now I'm going to pour these into jars.
Did you add everything? Oh, that's right. We already did, didn't we?
Yep,
Did you do the timer?
I did. I just did 1 minute.
Oh.
My stove also has it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to stop your counting over there. After the first batch, we started to really get our groove. My mom would measure everything out for the next batch and have everything prepared. I'd be boiling and filling jars, and pretty soon we were moving pretty fast through this process. It was actually easier than I remember it being, so it was a lot of fun, and we worked great as a team. And then then after all of your jars are prepared, you're going to place them in a water bath. You're going to cover them with boiling water, boil them for 5 minutes, check the recipe for higher altitudes, and then you'll be able to, once the 5 minutes is done, pull them out to cool. Yeah, I have that book from when, I'm pretty sure this is your book. I'm pretty sure that you gave it to me when I got married or something.
And it says it's from, I don't know where the date is on there.
Let me see. 1975. That book right there. And I think you gave it to me, handed it to me when I got married or something. And it has some of your stuff and I think maybe some of mine. I don't know what the rest of this is. Oh, look at this. Farrah Fawcett. It's an ad with Farrah Fawcett in it. For shampoo. And look at the lady with the pie. It was, you pulled these out of a magazine. So I was 6 years old when you got this book.
Oh, wow.
Probably.
I learned how to can from my husband because my mother did it while I was sleeping. She didn't teach me how.
So your mom canned, but she was sleeping, or you were sleeping while she was canning.
Yes.
And then, so did you guys start canning in Whittier? Not in Whittier, in 29 Palms, Hacienda Heights.
I probably did.
Yeah, when I was up to 6 years old there. But then this is 1975. This is probably about the time you moved to the house on Dahlia Street.
Wow.
So you guys, and I remember you guys canning pickles,
Bread and butter pickles.
bread and butter pickles.
And I think that came from Gerald's mother.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I think it did.
I'll have to ask Dad now.
Yeah.
Now we need to have Dad here.
Yeah.
So you guys always did bread and butter pickles, and you did some dill, I think. And we did the spiced tomato jam, which we called tomato jelly, but it's really tomato jam. And I have the old, in fact, the one I was looking at is around here somewhere. It's probably from you. This one looks like it's from when I don't know where you would even find the year. But, oh, this one's 1982. So this is a later version, and I think mine, let me find it really quick. This is the one I've been using right now, and I wonder if this is from you or from me. 1981, so it's not as old. Well, 75, 81. I was probably junior high.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, this was yours.
Wow.
And this probably was yours as well, 82.
Wow.
So, and your Farrah Fawcett pictures are from, but anyways, so it's been fun. Can you remember, like, do you have any memories of canning with Dad? Or do you just remember just canning?
I remember how everybody liked him.
You remember how everybody loved to eat them?
Yes. And I gave them at Christmas to everybody. And I was so glad.
And Thanksgiving, we always had all the pickles.
Yeah.
I do remember you guys doing the tomato jam, and we would always, right away when we did it, we'd get toast and we'd try it on jam, and that was so good.
So we're going to do that this time.
Yeah, so we'll tell you how it tastes. Let's hope. I haven't done this for a good 12, 15 years.
Yeah, I haven't done it much either.
Yeah, so we kind of were...
And we gave away our canning jars, so now we had to buy new.
Yeah. I even gave away, like, my canning, all the jar lifter and the funnel and the little... So I had to go out and get those. A couple of them, like the funnel, I got a few years ago because I just was like, where's that funnel? And I was like, oh, we sold that, all thinking that I would not can again after the kids grew up. So
Anyway, it's been fun. We're having fun. We're already on batch 3.
And we're going to have to share this with the grandkids in Louisiana.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe they'll want to make some. Well, how about we send them a jar and the recipe?
Okay. Good idea.
Yeah, we'll send each of them a jar and the recipe. That'll be fun. Well, thank you for canning with me.
Well, thank you. This has been fun.
I have really good memories of not only canning but Christmas cookies.
Oh yes.
We did Christmas cookies till our ankles swelled. And we would make so many cookies and have them just stacked, and then we'd go pass them out all to the neighborhood.
And then you invited all your teenage friends, and they would come over too.
Yes, and we'd all be baking. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna try to record. I'm gonna try to record all of our different recipes so that I've got them down on video. And I haven't cooked for a while, so I'm relearning everything.
Oh, you're doing good.
But it's fun to pull it back out and remember.
Yes.
Yes. So
good.
We better get busy. We got the next batch to do.
We did quite a few more batches. My mom continued to get everything prepped and measured and ready for each batch. And then I boiled and filled jars, and then we processed them and water bathed them, all of the fun stuff. And I can't believe how much we got done today. It was a lot of fun being together in the kitchen again. It was a lot of fun just hanging out and reminiscing, going over the good times that we had, all the holidays and all the summers and our gardens and all of that kind of stuff. We just had a blast. And now it's time to sample our hard work. So I'm making some toast here and putting on some butter, and then we'll have some of our yummy spiced tomato jam. I can't wait, my mouth is watering.
Okay,
ooh, here we go.
We got jars boiling in the background, that's what you can hear. And we're gonna try it for the first time. And we also have our cans back here, which you might hear pop. Listen for the pop. But right now you heard that, but let's try it.
Okay.
You ready?
Here you go.
That's childhood. That's my childhood right there. That's like summers, like August or something before we went back to school. And then for Thanksgiving, it has the taste of like, how do you explain that? It has cloves and cinnamon and allspice. So it has a very pumpkin spice kind of feeling.
Delicious.
That, does it taste like it did when we used to make it? Did we do okay?
I can't remember. I just remember it tasted good.
It's good. We approve. We approve.
That's good.
That is good.
And it's very unusual because hardly anybody, when you go to the stores, can you buy tomato jelly?
No.
This is very unusual.
what an amazing day and what a fun time. Thank you all for joining us through this little journey of our fun day of learning to can again. I hope you'll try this recipe. It is so good and reminds me so much of fall flavors. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks again for always hanging out with us and spending time with us, no matter what we're doing, whether we're gardening or canning or just having a good time together. Thank you all. Have a wonderful week.